Good evening, welcome back. It's me, Matt Rogers. 1st of the 10th, 2017. And I've got something to show you that's very interesting. I'm looking at the Alaska cams, okay? And on early sunrise, you will see an object to the left-hand side, just above the sunrise, at the back side of the sun. Now, it shouldn't be there. I've checked the solar charts as well. So I'm going to show you the solar chart first, and I'll show you this webcam image. And please, all of you, please keep safe. Okay, here we have the 3D solar charts. Okay, I will zoom in for this for you. I will just do this now so we see our solar system. Okay, let's get this sorted here. Right, now we see Earth. Okay, look at the date, October the 1st, 2017. Now also the time where we see here is now 7. I mean, you can see the time there. Now, we see the Earth, can't we? We're looking at the view, the focus from Earth here, as we're in our orbit around the Sun in October 2017. There's no object here, is there? Okay, that we can't see anything, can we? We've got Mercury that's at the back side of the Sun. We've got Venus that's to the right hand side of the Sun. You can see this, can't you? Now I'm going to show you this Alaska cam image, okay, that's very recent as well. It's a morning sunrise and something's there and it sort of goes off and it is spectacular. Let me show you this. Okay, now we're on the Alaska cam called the Chilkat cam, facing east. Now, the timestamp on here as well is about 6 AM mark, okay, in Alaska. Now, I'll flick through the cam. Now, you can see this bright object here, can't you? Sunrise will be down here. Now, as you could see on the solar chart, Mercury is at the back side of the Sun. Venus will be to the right-hand side of the Sun. Something is here. As we go through the video cam as well, you can see the object brightening up. Now, many people have called it different names. I'm going to go through the cam now. You can still see it, can't you? Now, this object is still at the back side of the Sun here, but it's still way out. But again, it can't be Mercury, or it can't be any other object. Now, is this one of the moons from the system? You can see now it just fades off. It's gone. But if I go back, you can see it again, can't you? There is another object that's out there. Shouldn't be there, and it's on the I mean, it's 100%, isn't it? But what we are seeing on the solar chart is an object that isn't there. Shouldn't be there, should it? I'll go back here as well. You can see this clearly, can't you? Something is there. Let me just zoom into this. Okay, I've just zoomed in. Now, it's not the moon because I've checked the other webcams and the moon's slightly bigger than that. We all know this, don't we? Now, that is out there, isn't it? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the solar chart again so you can see again where the other known celestial bodies should be. Here we are again, back at the solar chart. And, I mean, it could be anything, couldn't it? But again, it just looked very strange, didn't it, where it was sat around here, just above, again before sunrise, people seeing it. Now, I've had other emails from other subscribers that have described the same image as well. As they say, there's something that's out there that's rising before sunrise to the right hand side and then disappears. Again, you've got Mercury here, you've got Venus here. There's nothing that should be here. It's not showing anything on this side. You can also see the moon that's too far to this side as well. So people in plain view in Alaska would see on the morning sunrise something else that's rising. So again, people of Alaska that are sending images in as well, please do try and capture that object because it is very interesting. Many people are spotting it and there is fantastic emails and messages coming through that people have seen a lot of things now. So let's move on to other charts. Also, what I'm going to do is I'm also going to keep an eye on this and put it on a huge monitor and record it 24/7. See if we can pick up anything else, because the interest of picking up these objects and other things that are moving towards into the sun is very interesting, because again it's just showing that space weather is becoming erratic. There is a huge problem out there, isn't there? There's things that we're unaware of that we need to get this information out. So again, yes, I will keep an interest of this chart, and I will move on to something else now. Okay, I've also been on the Swisscams, and I've noticed a reflection to the left hand side of the sun. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this and show you. Okay, let's stop this cam for you, okay, and we'll see what we can find here. Now as you go through the cam, you can see just to the left hand side this object. I'll show you now. Let's pause it here. Okay, can you see just here there's something that's reflecting through all that fog and mist? Another object to the left hand side. It just looked very interesting to see that other light source there. As you can see, the Sol and this other object. Okay, and it is just a situation where I like to just keep checking the cams and noticing that there is something else that's out there. There is other bodies out there. So let's move on to another webcam. Okay, you can see on the screen here another Swisscam. Now this rotates and it's a live cam. Right now, look at all that trash you can see on the horizon to the Sol, the sun, that area. The sky is being chemtrailed there as well in Switzerland. This is called the Stoos Funnelstock cam, 1,922 meters above sea level. And when you look at the cam, when it moves to the right hand side, the sky just looks very much different. Again, you can just see where that trash and all that chemtrailing had been, as you can see, produced in front of the Sol, the sun, on this high definition cam. I will go to another cam as well, because I find that the Swiss cams are very interesting because they are very much high above sea level. You can also see on this Barcelona cam in Spain, to the right hand side, you can see where they've been spraying right in front of the sighting of the sundown. And also reports coming in from Spain that they know that the atmosphere is being cooled. It's like a different feeling to our skin. You can see this on the screen now. There is the Sol, the sun, being chemtrailed. Okay, now we're looking at a cam. Okay, now this was taken from the 26th, okay, September 2017. I found something very interesting on this. Now this is only a few days ago, and this is from the USA on this live cam. You can see again the diagram just here down the bottom here. As it moves the cam, you're seeing the view out to the skies on this mountain. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off, and I want you to see this, okay? If I just move the cam here, look at this huge dark shadow to the right hand side. Now if you look to the left hand side of the cam, we're seeing blue skies, aren't we? Just blue skies, and as it moves to the right hand side with this pink reflection and this dark shadow that's here again to the right side, they cover this shadow, this dark sky, with a halo. Can you see now the blue sky here? There, look at the pink reflection. We're seeing this on these weather cams as well. There's something that's being cloaked and also something being hidden. A huge reflection from a heavenly body. Look again, the dark shadows. Here it is. This is not from any chemtrails or anything. This is a dark shadow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flick to another cam. But I did find that very interesting. If you see again, can you see this? To the right hand side there is a huge dark shadow with a red reflection. Here to the right side of the Sol, and also here you'll see blue skies. Look at the timestamp, 5:50 p.m. on the 26th of the 9th 2017. It just seemed very interesting to see that, you see. As you can see again, you can see where this this camera, this high definition camera, is taking images. I will look at this cam again and just take notice of them skies, because we are seeing just a very strange colour there. This pink reflection on these chemtrails and a dark shadow. We've seen this dark shadow before on other webcams. Look how dark the sky gets here as well. Proving there's something that's coming. There's something that's dimming our skies. Here's another cam as well, showing something else as well that's very strange, and I will keep my eye on these cameras. I will learn how to work them and operate them as well, because these are fresh cams. Now, I just want to show you this as well. As I go through the cam here, you can see again this huge strange reflection. Now, the sun is coming up from this side. You can see the colours as it's rising in the skies here. Now, what I noticed on this cam as well, if I move over to the right hand side, okay, now don't forget, as the sun's rising, you can see the reflection from the sun, can't you, that's coming up from the left hand side on this webcam. Look here to the right hand side. Can you see this reflection that's coming through, this red reflection here? Hold on. And here, there's something else that's reflecting, that's on the horizon to the right hand side. Another colour in the skies. Here it is. This is a high definition webcam as well, and it is very interesting to keep note of this webcam. You can see the different colours as well, can't you, on these cloud formations. But as interest, we need to keep an eye to the right hand side as well. Now, at the beginning of the video, I did notice an object that was rising to the left hand side as well. It could be anything, okay? But when I check the solar charts, Mercury is at the backside of the sun right now. You can see clearly, can't you? The reflection of the sun coming up from the left side here. There's other colours as well. So you've got the white reflection here, other colours. Look at the mountains. And then as you go across the cam, you will see this other colour. Here it is. This is another colour. This is wormwood that's reflecting in our skies. Just another bit of evidence, isn't it? Another snippet of evidence that we need to just keep an eye on. So again, it's just carrying on and seeing what we're seeing now. Okay, I've switched back to the other original cam, the Aspen mountain cam, sun deck. Now, I just want to show you this as well, because as the cam is going through this day, on the 26th of the 9th, 2017, it's very interesting. We see a dark shadow. Look again, all them strange shapes in the sky. Again, there is ash that's above our atmosphere. And they do chemtrail to stop people from seeing this. Let's flick through the next hour on this image. Okay, just take notice of this area here as well, because it is very dark on this part of the sky. Okay, we'll show you this again. I'll just flick for the next image. Here's the next image, but you can see, just if you look closely to this side here, as you will see the Sol soon, it is very dark. They are hammering that part of the sky all the time. I'm just going to go to the next image. Here again on the next image, you can see the build-up of all this dust in the sky as they just continue to chemtrail. And also look at the natural clouds. They're just very, very strange. And again, to the left side, it's very much darker to the right hand side on the screen. You can see more dust in the sky that's thousands of feet high, and a dark shadow to the right hand side as we continue to show you this, and dimming on the ground. I'm going to show you the next image. This is the next image as well, and when I speak about dust, I mean this is dust. Look at all this. This is not natural. This is coming from something else. And also you can see those dark patches in the sky. This is another interesting image as well, but please keep an eye out on this side here as well. Okay, now look at the sun, strange colour, and there's a dark patch in the sky here, and I believe all this is to hide it. This is the next photograph as well. Look to the left hand side of the Sol and look to the right hand side. Look how dark it is getting here as well, this area. It's very much darker to the other side. We've got to keep an eye on this, and this is where they develop a lot of chemtrails, and we see reflections. Here is the next image as well. You can clearly see it's far too dark. Look at this shape here as well. They're using a huge mirror to hide something that's here. Can you see this reflection as well? We're seeing this every single day. Something is being cloaked and covered up to this side of the sky. You can see the blue skies, and it's much darker here. And these strange formations, look at this. Okay, what I've done is I've zoomed in. Now look on the left hand side. You see them strange formations above the natural clouds, and also you can see that white object in the sky. Now look at the two tones. From the left side you're seeing a light blue sky. To the right side you're seeing a dark sky, a dark area in the sky. Now there is a huge shadow that's coming in from the right side. It's 100%. There's something that's out there that they're cloaking. Very, very evident, isn't it? I mean, you can just see how dark that sky is. Shadows are now here. We are seeing a lot of dark skies at that part of the world as well. So it is something, there is something that's going on. Okay, what I've done is I've zoomed out, and you can see that blue sky on the left, and then you can see that shadow there on the right hand side. It's like next to black, isn't it? Very grey. And to the far right there's them strange cloud formations, them that I believe to be dust in the sky to hide the truth. They keep doing this so that cloud will move closer towards the soul of the sun when the sun is going down. It is showing a huge dark patch in our sky to the right side. Now, many people have sent videos in as well of this dark sky to the right side. And, I mean, people are starting to become more aware of this now. So, let's go to some fantastic images that subscribers have sent in from all across the world. Okay, we've got images here from Stephen from South Yorkshire in the UK. And he states as well that today, as the soul was going down, about 5:30 PM in the afternoon, it was still very white and darkness around the outside of it. I mean, look at these chemtrails again. They've been spraying our skies in the UK all afternoon. Now here where I am, it has been very cloudy, but still other people around the UK and many parts of the world are still seeing that they are continuously spraying the area of the soul to hide the truth. And we will continue to show these images until the last day, because again we will see those objects. Stephen also stated in his email that it did get very dark in the sky to the right hand side. Look how dark and dim it is. Far too dark. They're hiding something this side of the sky. Yes, this is lens flare, this is as well, but we are taking notice of these chemtrails because this is the situation where they're pulling the wool over our eyes, all of us. Darkened skies, not blue skies anymore. So again, thank you for this photograph. Okay, here we have another fantastic photo from Deborah from the USA. Now, she states as well, she's noticing that grey haze they spray in front of the soul, and now she's started to notice how dark it's getting. Now, can you see the blue sky here, the horizon? You can see this dark area. Now, this dark area again is a build-up from a huge shadow that's coming in from our inner solar system. As I've said before, there's something between us and the soul. There has to be, because we are seeing a huge dark shadow to the right side. Now, on the solar charts, there's nothing that should be there that big to cause a shadow. Venus, Mercury, and the other known celestial bodies will not cause a huge shadow. Through the past years, we've just been seeing blue skies. So why now this dark shadow to the right side? Well, we all know, because Wormwood has been on this huge ecliptic orbit, and it's now here. It's made its way back. And the powers that be just don't want people to notice this. So when you do check the high definition webcams that are thousands of feet high in the mountains around the world, it is important to check those cams, because you will see that dark shadow, and it does look very much different than what the area to the right side has been in the past. So I'm going to move on to different images. Here's the next photograph as well. And as she was taking this image, 5 to 10 minutes later, it was getting much more darker still. But as you can see here, this haze that's covering the soul. Now, if this haze wasn't there, you would see this huge dark shadow here. Look where they're covering it. Can you see this dark sky here? It is getting much darker now, many parts of the world. And also, she states, it is truly changing. Everything's changing. But still, the public are still asleep to this because they still believe what the news media are telling them on the TV. Absolutely outrageous. So thank you for your images, and God bless you too. These next images, there's 2 of them, and they're from Germany. Now, this kind subscriber states that there was a huge reflection that was coming in here. Can you see this? Red haze. Look at this chemtrail going right past this. There's something. Can you see this as well, like a shadow? Something here that blocks the halo. Something else. Fantastic shot. And also we're seeing this. I mean, this is all part of covering the truth. Now, this side of the sky is much lighter, but this side is very dark, isn't it? There's something now that's been well caught. You can just see this on the screen. Here is the next photograph as well. Something else that's showing on the left side. Now, again, it is just being observant and also picking up as much detail as possible using a clear image. You can see again this white object that we have never seen before. We saw the yellow soul going down, and we're seeing this white object. Look at this chemtrail. We've seen these on many other photographs. When we see the halo, they always put this chemtrail in front of it. They are now doing it to the moon. You will see a chemtrail just above the moon. Here. Why are they chemtrailing the moon? And also, there's another reflection here as well. Something else. The halo is here. There's something else here that's being covered. And this guy is fantastic as well. We're all fantastic because we are picking up true images of something that's going on, and news media are just keeping very quiet about this. This is another photograph that's coming from Stephen. Now, he visited Cleethorpes Beach, okay, northeast, and he stated when taking this image, the sun went down. And then there was this strange colour that came up from the right side of the area the soul goes down, and it's another reflection that's coming through, a different colour. Can you see the 2 colours? Again, they are using cloud systems to move in front of the area to hide the truth. Just another fantastic photograph, and thank you as well for your information. Mr. Roger Paul took these images as well from the USA, and he states in his email they are spraying the skies every single day. Can you see again this ash, this dust, thousands of feet high, not chemtrails. All of it. Again, look at this white object. It's not the soul, the sun. It's not the same colour. There's something in front of it. They are hiding our sun that's in deep trouble. There's a lot of problems with our sun right now. So again, thank you for this photograph. This is another photograph from Roger Paul. Can you see as well those strange formations in the sky? And look at this pink reflection that's behind it. Can you see this dark pink reflection? It's all being controlled, you know, to hide anything that looks different in the skies so humanity does not wake up to this. And also, look at this. As you can see the reflection on these trees from this white object, it's far too bright. And again, it's killing everything. It's harming the trees because it's not the natural sunlight that they got many years past. Can you see most of the trees are being affected by this? This white colour that we see from this other object in the skies is harming and also causing problems to our health and also to everything else. We have an image here as well from Shea White. Now, this kind subscriber is from Australia, but you can see that pink reflection on those chemtrails, something else. I'm going to show you the image that she's brought in as well that's zoomed out. Okay, this is the image zoomed out. Now, you can see on the right hand side that yellow colour that we know of very well of the Sol. And to the left side we've got a reflection that's coming through as well of those chemtrails. Dark skies, and this kind subscriber stated through the day it is far too dim. Now this person has joined the channel, has noticed the differences around the world, and also looked at her skies and noticed there is a big difference from many years in the past. People are now becoming more observant to their skies than any other time, because now there is huge changes. Something is going on. So thank you for these images. Now this is another interesting image. This is from Tanja. This kind lady subscriber sends a lot of information in and emails, and she states as well that the sky, the Sol, the sun, around 3 just gone p.m. in the afternoon, everything just became very dark, just like an eclipse. She stated that she heard those military planes being sprayed in the skies, and then this strange formation. Now this image was taken in New York just moments ago. Just another piece of evidence that there is something wrong. We see shadows, we see chemtrails, and we also see the Sol is being affected. Look at the colour of it. There is something going on and we all want to know. So again, thank you for this photograph, and please again, keep safe. This fantastic photograph as well is coming by Steve Perillo. Now Steve has been very persistent, and he is showing photographs, sent them in, and these images that he's sent in the past have been showing on the screen. Fantastic guy, very persistent, and he will catch and always show his true images, because we want to see the genuine photographs of what's going on. Now he states as well, these strange formations you can see on the screen are chemtrails, and to the right side here there is a pink haze. Just here. This here is a reflection from the building. Look at all this as well. Now this photograph is in high definition. I mean, look at, you can see on the top here chemtrails. Can you see this strange mixture of all this chemicals? I mean, it's just landing on the buildings and everything. I mean, it is a fantastic image, and thank you for your respect as well. Okay, we've got other attachments coming in from Mr. Robert Perry. Now we've had images as well from this kind subscriber, and it is, as he states on his email, absolutely crazy. Look at the chemtrail activity, and also look how dark it is. Now we saw those cams, didn't we, on the screen? The skies in high definition, but look again on these photographs. It is next to black. Look at the sky here and here. Far too dark. More chemtrails, dark skies. We see the blue sky here, but all this you see is just chemtrails. And again, something is so wrong with the Sol now. It is becoming white. Look again, the darkness. Another fantastic image. These are the next two photographs as well. That dark sky. Something is wrong with the Sol. There is a heavenly body that's darkening our skies, and we are going to continue to show these images until we get that true body up in the skies. This kind subscriber Robert also stated when zooming in he could see there was a dark patch, and he is a full believer of wormwood. He knows there is something that's up there that's reflecting now. Time is becoming very much short now. Look how dark this area is. Far too dark. Look at these lines as well that's being produced by HAARP to try and separate and spread these chemtrails. All this you can see is aluminium, barium, other forms of chemicals that they're now using that will harm everybody. Look how dark it is here and how lighter it is here in the sky. There is a huge object to the right hand side, and we really need to start gathering more information and research this, because it is very important to know now that our skies are getting darker. As again, I showed you them webcam images, and that was dated on the 26th of September. We are now in October. This image is the 1st of October image. Look how dark it is now. Here again is another spectacular photograph of what's going on. Thanks to the military and the powers to be, they're spraying the truth. Yet again, look at these dark areas here is the most important place to look now. Look at this reflection that's coming through. Something is going on here as well. I mean, you can see the skies here. I mean, this image was only taken just after 4. And this guy is absolutely stunned of what they're doing in the skies, and he notices the still car headlights that are being used through the day at that time of the day. And it shows as well, because many motor vehicles have automatic lights that just come on when it gets darker. But people are noticing now that the lights are coming on much earlier in the day, showing there's something wrong. We really need to notice these little changes, to notice that there is something wrong with our skies now. Here is the next killer shot image. Look again, look how dark it is. Look at the sole area of the sun, and look at this patch here. There's something dark reflecting. It reflects this huge dark shadow right across here now. And it is getting much bigger. I believe that Wormwood is heading close to the crossing now. Look at this blue sky here. It's just another spectacular image. Here is the next photograph. They are cloaking the truth. It's so evident now, isn't it? But many people, like what Robert said in his email, they are walking around thinking that everything is okay. Now we all know, don't we, by looking at this photograph, that it's not okay. Something is covering our soul, the sun, and there is a huge dark reflection here. It's reflecting the skies. Now, from the beginning of doing videos, right from the beginning, the skies weren't as dark as this. We were seeing small amounts of reflections and just small amounts of dark skies, but now the skies are much more evident, aren't they, that they are getting much darker. This is a image that's been zoomed in by Robert as well. I mean, look at this. All this is just where chemtrails also being used by HAARP to screen the area of the soul. Now, look at the soul, okay? Look at this dark sky to the left side. There's no blue sky. Not a sign of blue sky, as we are now going into darkness. Look to the right side. There's a huge reflection that's behind all that chemtrail activity. We need this truth to come out, don't we? Okay, this chap, Robert, fantastic guy, just wants the truth to come out. Now, he's done a video, and we should really take notice of this video, because many skeptics would say, nah, there's a lens, there's a filter in front of the camera, and it's darkening the skies, and that's why they're trying to show this image, just like this. But I'm going to play this video to you now, and you will see light skies to the opposite side, proving there's no filter on this camera, proving there is a dark shadow to the right side of the sun. So let me play this for you now. Okay, you saw that clip on the video. Now what I've done is I've moved the video so you can see it facing east. Now look how blue the sky is. Look at the building and look at the sign to the right hand side. It just looks normal, doesn't it? Okay, now I'm going to now show you the part of the video where you see the darkness to the right side of the soul. Here is the image where it's so dark, just to the right side and above. Now NASA, never a straight answer, will not tell us any of this, but we can start seeing now the evidence that there is something very, very wrong. And also on those weather channels, okay, that we see on the TV, they are not disclosing this information because the powers that be, the shadow government, are programming the networks to dumb us all down, to making out that everything's fine. So with these photographs in this video that Robert's brought in is proving that there is something wrong. We're all seeing this, and we all know that Wormwood is a true celestial object. These next photographs have been brought in by Ross Ackerman, another great person that's out persistently checking the skies and noticing there is a huge reflection. And that ash that's up thousands of feet high as well, dust, can you see here? And also this reflection. Look at the Sol, the sun, the colour, and then look at this reflection. Now when the Sol, the sun goes down, we see the yellow haze, okay? But through the day, we've noticed on webcams and also at the 4 p.m. mark, we notice the huge dark shadow in the sky. So I urge people to notice and look at this time of the day, 4 p.m. because you will see a dark reflection. Chemtrailing is still happening as well. As you saw on the first photograph from Ross Ackerman, you can see again how they start moving and spreading across the sky, these chemtrails. And also, this is not anything to do with chemtrails, what you see here. This is a long way up towards atmosphere. We're seeing dust from something else. This is more evident now in our skies. Also, chem planes, they stop and start, and these chemtrails break away. There's that dust again in the sky. And Ross Ackerman has got his channel as well that's running called Our Skies Today 2017. And I urge people to go over to his channel because he is just being very persistent at these catching these photographs. So big respect to you as well, Ross. These images are coming from Prague, from another part of the world. And you can clearly see they are being hammered with these chemtrails as well. Everywhere across the world is just being hammered, and it is disgusting what they're doing because again they are hiding what's coming, and we all just want the truth. More chemtrails again from other parts of the world. We can see again this strange formations in the sky, dark skies as well. They just continuing to do it, aren't they? As the Sol goes down, the ash follows suit. You can see again, look at all this. Not natural at all. Everything is just, it is on high alert, isn't it? They are just throwing as much as they can up there than any other year that we've seen so much as evidence of this chemtrailing. Here again as well, this is Prague, another part of the world, and you can see this dark sky. Look at the Sol, the sun going down, many chemtrails being sprayed. Look at the state of the sky. No natural clouds, just this of chemicals. This is a lens flare, we know this, but what is most important is this dark sky, very dim. This kind subscriber states in the email, I've had to translate it, saying that the skies are dimming. So we've got one person that's in Prague, one other part of the world, and then we've got another person that's in the USA, Australia, for the Far East, many other parts of the earth that are saying the skies are darkening. All the images and the webcams and other images are all showing there's something wrong. Here's the next photograph of this subscriber. You can see the Sol going down. But he states something else moved upwards in the sky. Very strange, but look at this as well. All of it is just poisonous. So again, thank you for all your photographs. And if you catch any more images, please do send them in. Okay, we've got some images as well from Matt from Philadelphia. Another area that's beautiful. Most areas around the world are fantastic, but he was very observant to notice when he was watching those chemtrails, okay, and video them on his high-performance camcorder, he noticed this chemtrail just broke away. It just snapped off. Look here as well. You can see the outline of this chemtrail. Look again here, this curve, and also this part here. It just broke away. Now, again, there's lots of chemicals that are in all this mixture that they're spraying in the sky to hide the truth. It's getting so bad now and heavier with all that's what's in them, because aluminium is very heavy, you see, and it's falling away and landing on the ground and harming everything, and they still think to this day they're getting away with it. This is another spectacular photograph from Matt from Philadelphia. Look again. Look at this dark sky. This is the halo, And he states it's just absolutely amazing how the powers that be are still getting away with this. Because by the time it hits 3:30, there is a huge dark shadow. The sky seems to be cloaked. It gets very, very dark. He says also as well, it reminds him of a solar eclipse. As again, there is other objects that are out there dimming our skies. They can't hide the dimness. They can't hide the shadows. Okay, this is the last photograph that I'm going to show on this video. Okay, now this is a raw edit as well, because it just shows you on this image, like the webcam that I showed you as well on the mountains, that there is something wrong. And I've said this right through the video as well. To the right side, we are seeing a deep dark shadow. We are seeing that white object. We are not seeing the soul of the sun, as the soul of the sun is dimming because it's got its companion star, Nemesis. Look again at this photograph. Look how dark it is here. We've seen these on other images right through this footage. Dark skies. There's something that's dimming this area of the sun, the area of the skies as well. Look at this blue skies here and here. We see these on the webcams as well. Look at all this. Everywhere around the world is being trashed. Chemtrails, dust. Look at this reflection as well. I mean, this is a really important photograph for every single one of us to see. Look again on the ground. Look how dim and dark it is. Just an outstanding photograph. Thank you, Matthew, for this. And also, all of you, please keep safe. And I will produce other images as well that are coming through, because we want the genuine images. We want to see our skies. We want to know what's going on. And we want to see and show the true images that there is a problem. So everybody, please again, take care and please try and prepare for this. From Matt Rogers.